right, y'all, welcome to Hey, what did I miss? It's your boy ayecoachcam, salute. We are live in location Nassau Coliseum. I got my main man right here, Mr. Kevin Spann, head of Spann Incorporated. He was so kind to come on the cast to talk about perseverance to our young crew, so I really appreciate your time. Right now, he's running a camp. Right now, shooting clinic here in Nassau Coliseum. Everybody getting a lot of shots up. Performance looking right. He was a great shooter in college. I saw it firsthand, and I'm going to say unfortunately because whew, that was tough. Couldn't stay in front of him. Then when I backed off, the shot was going in, so it was a long night for all of us. All right, so I appreciate your time. Welcome. I'm doing a series on perseverance with my students, because a lot of them, they have this idea of what they want to do, right? But then when people have other plans, things step in the way, and they're not necessarily sure on how to find their passion in the other things that they're doing. So I like to do my flower segment in the beginning. Okay. Homegrown made, Chicago dude, wine dance out of Long Island. Okay, D1 player, working very hard in this business, getting a little sponsorship from Puma. This is what success looks like. Success is hard work, dedication, perseverance, but it can happen. Let's talk about your career as a player and your love for the game and how it inspired you to get to where you are right now.
Great question. My name is Kevin Spann II. I grew up in Wyandanch, New York, relocated to North Babylon. Spent 10 years in Chicago, so I'm kind of like a prodigal son. My parents are both from Wyandanch, New York. I think basketball starts with a why. You need a why to motivate you every day, even when you don't feel like working out. So my why was, making my parents proud, earning a free college scholarship. I didn't come from money or nothing was given to us. My dad worked very hard to put food on the table and provide for our family, but college is expensive. And so at 14 years old, I met Danny Green, and same thing, his father went to college. So our focus at 14 and 13 was getting a Division I scholarship, playing on TV, making our community proud, and then giving back if we made it. We played AAU together with Gary Charles, Long Island Panthers. Me and Danny were the young guys. We had Joe Kim Noah as a young guy. We had Charlie Villanueva. We had Jason Frazier, Tim Doyle. These are some Long Island legends that paved the way for us. We had some ladies that were top-notch. Kia Wright, St. John's University, Mary Lepore, Delphi Stud, Danielle Wilson with the Baylor. So our culture then, me and Danny were not the most talented. We just worked the hardest. We had a guy like Jerry Powell, Coach Danny Green Sr. giving us access to gyms. Our focus was the college scholarship, nothing else. We didn't have girlfriends, we didn't have a job at the mall, we didn't have video games. I would just say that me and Danny were laser focused. We have two different games. I'm the point guard general. Danny's a scorer, slasher, great post game at a young age, great three balls. Danny was a triple threat. Could dribble, pass, shoot. My passion and his patience and his diligence. We played summer ball together, but actually we were rivals in high school. He went to St. Mary's with Tim Clues. I was to St. John the Baptist with J.D. Walsh. And the Catholic League in our era, 2000 to 05, was a powerhouse.
Yes.
So me and Danny being young guys and being young guys at AAU, we were role players early. And when you master being a role player, as you get older, your body catches up to you. You're then able to dominate the game in a different way because you're able to affect it defensively, offensively, on the bench, injured. We learned that slowly. We played men's leagues, Mr. Green.
Yeah.
We were 17 and 18 playing 40-year-olds. So we weren't normal kids.
You had to grow up quick.
Yeah, we had a big why. So my why is that of my community, my family, my extended family, and opportunity. So to have, over 70 kids in Nassau Coliseum learning the art of shooting means the world because I needed that. Me and Dave became the people we needed. So awesome. That's our focus.
Awesome. How important was perseverance in your life growing up?
It was very important. And I think when you say the word perseverance, it means to never lose your enthusiasm from failure to failure. You cannot win without mastering losing. Right? Yeah. And even the word losing means I learned a lesson. I'm going to win, I'm going to learn. There's no losing with me. Right? So if there was an opponent better than me, and I sharpened my skills, and I worked hard, and I ate right, and I got my rest, and I drank water, I was prepared. He might just be 3 years more experienced than me. He's not better than me.
Not better.
He has more reps. I'm big on Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours mastery. So, AJ Price was my competition. Nick Carter, those guys had some hours on me because their dads were great ball players. Antoine Agudio, one of the best you've ever seen.
Yeah.
So his dad, Alex Agudio, was New York State Player of the Year. So I was a student of the game. I learned the game mentally first, and then I had to practice the game fundamentally. Then I could add my passion and emotion. So perseverance comes from knowing that I do not have to be right the first time, or the first year, or the third year. If I have a 5-year plan, and we're getting better 4 seasons a year, I have 20 seasons to catch him.
Yeah.
So that's where perseverance comes from. Just having a big why, working at it, and being patient.
So who was your biggest inspiration? Like, I mean, we're talking about the why. You infused your why immediately, which I loved and great. But who was your like biggest inspiration? Who did you look to grab it?
I always say my parents, Michael Jordan. My father's from Long Island, most from Long Island, and we moved to Chicago in 1991. I was 5 years old, so I left everything I knew. 40 first cousins, 20 aunts and uncles, my whole community.
Right.
And my dad and the family just bet on ourselves.
Right.
And growing up in Chicago, I watched Michael Jordan dominate the league. He's the best offensive, best defense, most athletic, most pizzazz, MVP of everything. And watching Michael Jordan play and win 6 championships in 8 years, I studied greatness every night. And my parents gave me opportunities, sending me to basketball camps, helped me go to AAU. I took it very serious because I was around a legend, right? So growing with Michael Jordan, you have a muse every day. Because my team is winning every game from Chicago. And when I come back to New York, they're waiting for Patrick Ewing to be better, but Pat can't be better. Michael Jordan put in more hours. So I say Michael Jordan, my parents, just, that era of 91 to 96 was a beautiful era of basketball. Above the rim, he got game, blue chips, loving basketball. I have to give a lot of credit to my community and the coaches that opened up gyms and the directors that saw the vision. I'm just a product of my environment and the resources available to me. I have to give that to the kids today in 2022.
Awesome. We're not gonna talk about the Knicks though. Please don't do that. I still have
double
nightmares. Not even double nickel. I have nightmares of Patrick Ewing missing the finger roll layup
against Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, against Indiana. I know.
4 seconds left down the lane. My dad lost the mortgage money that month. It was bad. And the John starts from 0 for 9.
Yeah.
And transfer of Hakeem.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's okay. So we're not gonna go there.
It's okay.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. What other qualities do you think children need to reach at a high level to be successful? What other qualities?
Have fun. This shooting camp was different because I think in Long Island it's very challenging where we have a lot of guys that made it. Gary Charles, my godfather, he grew up with Dr. J. And in the 80s, Mr. Green, my dad, they grew up in the era of Rod Strickland and Kenny Smith and Kenny Anderson and, Stephon Martin, all these great guards. So what happens is when you reach the next generation, we task them with the achievement of their ancestors. It's not fair. Each kid should fall in love with the game on their own merit. I want kids to make mistakes. Some of our themes are attitude, next shot. Right? Miss your shot, but then make your adjustment. Hey, make a mistake on defense. Get crossed over. Get dunked on. Like 10 times Danny dunked on me in high school, just playing ball back in the backyard, and I crossed him up. Like, we got better. It wasn't embarrassing to try. With social media and everyone seeming perfect and, the whole culture of no one makes mistakes, it's very challenging for a young person to have the confidence to make a mistake. I told the kids just now, Michael Jordan got cut his sophomore year. He had 2 years of high school basketball and became the best player ever. Kobe Bryant grew up in Italy, came to Philadelphia at 14. He couldn't speak English. He says a story that he didn't score a basket in the whole summer at 13 years old. So sometimes your failure pushes you to your passion and you'll get better. You just can't be afraid to fail. So I want kids being kids, scraping their knees up and, eating off the floor. And I don't really mean that, Mom and Dad. I mean, like, a kid should be a kid. And when they fall in love with being a kid, they're not forced to be an adult and be perfect right away. Right. I don't want my kids being that good at 15. They're going to burn up by 18. Yeah. Let's make some mistakes along the way. Yes. I'm 36, I make mistakes. Yeah. So why can we get back to us trying with a lot of effort, setting a fair expectation, not shoving down D1, D2 on kids or top AAU team? Let's bring it back to the parks. 3-on-3s, open gyms, right? And the kid developing over time. Kind of like a seed. Each seed grows differently. Right. A watermelon seed, versus a plant seed versus a vegetable seed. I don't want to measure every kid by the same seed. And if every kid thinks not varsity by 15 and quits, we fail as community leaders.
Listen, I'm glad you said that because, you were fortunate. You played on great AAU teams, great high school teams, and
I wasn't the man.
And he wasn't the man.
It's 11, me and Danny Green, 11, 12 man learning.
See, and I'm gonna say I never played high school ball. I got cut when the Union High School got cut. I walked on my college team and earned my way, earned my merit.
And that's called perseverance.
I earned my way.
Who said he should have got it right?
I walked on. By my senior year, I earned some scholarship money. But then at the end, people were getting awards and accolades. And my coach, John Gunnell, love him. He said, "Okay, so are you working for me next year?" You know what I'm saying? So
you got a college job.
Got a college job.
So let's look at his trajectory. From 14 to 18, it wasn't your season. Right. You were still growing, getting nourished. Right. You loved the game. Right. You never shortchanged the game. You didn't think the game owed you anything. Right. Now let's talk about those guys at Uniondale that were better than you at 17. They stopped working. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Absolutely.
So maybe those guys peaked out, didn't get better in college. Now at 22, you're getting a free education and a job opportunity to be what you needed in college. Exactly. That's called perseverance. You're your own hero, and you're my hero for that.
Appreciate it. Different paths, we get it done.
End up in the same league.
End up in the same league, right? We end up in the same league. What can parents do to foster these qualities and help get the best out of their kids?
I think the parent-child relationship is the most important, and that means that we can't put the onus on teachers for 8 hours a day and a coach 2 hours twice a week. Okay, so you added the school hours, which is about 40 hours a week. Practice hours, give 3 practices, 2 hours a week. Okay, so you're talking about less than 40 hours for outside activities. The kids do what the parents do. So if mom and dad are both working 2 jobs, which most New Yorkers have to, right? The kids are developing habits from everybody. And the TV presence is stronger. The social media presence is stronger. So I think the parent must facilitate a culture of accountability. And so if the kids are waking up, doing their chores, making up their bed, doing the dishes, taking up the trash, give them small responsibilities. Have the money conversation earlier. I think what's dangerous is that kids don't see cash anymore because we're doing everything on our phone. Apple Pay, Cash App, Venmo. So I think when the parents start establishing the culture and we're having more honest conversations about how money works, then we talk about the high schools, the private or public, college, state school or private school, Ivy League or junior college. So everything starts at home because coaches and teachers only reiterate what the parents allowed at home. And I was the youngest collegiate coach in the country. I was 27 years old, my own program, St. Joseph's College, Division III. And I'm inheriting 19, 20, 21-year-old men. And I have to break down their habits that aren't conducive to team basketball and hard work. So the parent's role is the most important of all the village that raises a child.
Village that raises a child, right. Was there any time where you doubted your path?
Yes, I'd say basketball is a vertical sport. And I'm 5'11", 6 feet, depending on the shoes I wear that day. And the average NBA player is 6'6". So, Danny's actually the perfect median size for an NBA player. Danny's 6'6", 215. I'm 5'11", 175, 185. And so as hard as I played, if I'm not able to impact the game, meaning like I can get stops on a 6'9" point guard like LeBron James. I can score on a 7'1" Giannis. I knew that my size and my athletic ability would limit my pro opportunity, but never stop my passion. So having international opportunities, exposure camps, or I was a Washington General with the Harlem Globetrotters and I moved up a couple tours. I maximized my God-given size and ability, but as far as doubt, I knew I probably would miss the NBA path by about after my sophomore year of college. At my size, you must be perfect. I think some guys, DJ Augustine, Lou Williams, Chris Paul, Patty Mills, Ty Lawson, Jameer Nelson, one of my favorite point guards. Those guys at their size are excellent. Fred VanVleet, they don't make mistakes for like 30 minutes a clip. Ish Smith is my cousin-in-law. He doesn't make mistakes at the NBA level at his size. So that lets kids know that if you want to be a Steph Curry or Dame Lillard, that is 10 hours of practice every day for years. There's no other interest. Because being a pro requires excellence. So there's no casual way to be a pro.
No casual. I love that. Oh, hold on. Say that. I want to look in the camera and say that. There is no casual way to be a pro.
There's no casual way. There's 10 hours a day. If your parents work 8 hours, pay the mortgage, you must work 10 hours to be a pro. It's not for everybody.
Can you name some important people in your life at that time that helped push you along, help facilitate your journey?
Yes. My teammate Keidron Clark, I chose the right college for me. At my size, of course, everyone.
You're talking about Kiki, right?
Yeah, Kiki.
Okay, Kiki.
Yeah. So I'll break it down. Every kid wants to go to Duke in North Carolina up until about 17. The interesting part is I actually have those letters, but taking a step further, there's a head coach and 5 assistant coaches, as you know. And they all have their favorite 5. So if I'm the 4th coach's 5th option, I'm 20 on the depth chart. And most parents don't understand, just because you receive a letter, the college coach's job is to increase enrollment for the whole school. I'll send out 1,000 letters for 2 top guys. Danny Green, Wayne Ellington, Tyler Hansbrough, that's one class. They sent out 1,000 letters. So let's not let the letters be the reason why we think we're at that level. I chose St. Peter's University, which is a mid-major, low-major college. And that's based on size of the school, not ability. So my college had 8,000 people. Mid-major, Lehigh. We'll be at 12,000 kids. UNC's gonna have 25,000 plus. That's why it's a high major. The tuition is high. The football and basketball bring in millions of dollars, and they get 5 TV games, 10 TV games. Our school got 3 TV games for the year. So when I doubted myself, number one, I never doubted myself because I chose St. Peter's with the nation's leading scorer, who's 5'10". I'm 5'11". His name's Kiki Clark.
Kiki, yeah.
Okay, he led the nation in scoring twice at 5'10". Okay, he has 3,000 points in 4 years. He's 9th on the all-time list. Oscar Robertson behind him. So for me to learn from the one guy and drown out the noise of everyone else was important to me. Every father I grew up playing with, and every AU coach and every high school coach told me, at my size, I can't take more than 5 shots a game. I didn't listen to those people that they never accomplished what I was trying to accomplish. So if you did not score 1,000 in high school and 1,000 in college and win a championship, it's not that I don't respect you. I can't listen to what you've never done before. Keegan Clark did what I was looking to do and had a 13-year career in overseas and probably made a lot of money. We don't talk about the number, but I focused on one person who did the work and showed me the path of his action, and not the naysayers who had some of the most negative and ignorant comments because of their lack of. Right? You don't want to do that. If I want to make a lot of money, I want to a broke person. If I want to lose weight, I want to talk to the person who's eating ice cream every night. Right? If I want to, learn knowledge, I want to listen to a person that doesn't read at least 3 books a month. So who we listen to is important to how we doubt ourselves. I've never doubted myself. My confidence comes from the work. So if you're not waking up before 6 a.m., I can't hear you. If you go to bed, earlier than midnight, not studying the game, I can't hear you. And if your trophy case is not looking what I'm looking for, I can't hear you. I mean, I don't love you and respect you, but I have a different mindset. And only iron sharpen iron.
Confidence in the work. I got confidence in his work. Never doubt yourself if you are confident in your work. I love that. Obviously, you have Spann Incorporated going on. You've got these camps going on. So, what are your interests? What's going on in your life right now?
A lot. I'm just very blessed, man. I found my passion at a young age. So I thank my parents first for facilitating my passion. I only played basketball, I didn't play video games and like that. So my passion was always studying the game and pro ambition, pro career. And I just linked with the great guys. But outside of Danny Green, I have 80 to 100 guys I call brothers that I met along the way. After playing ball and coaching ball, I got into the sporting event business. Right, we did a couple events like Battle Nap at the Barclays Center. We've always did camp wherever Danny played at, San Antonio, North Carolina, Toronto. We built a really nice base in Canada. We've been international. Have access to, Danny and I went to China before, went to Japan before, we went to Switzerland before, a lot of countries. So travel is my first passion. I like helping people learning that you can get away for a bit and learn something different. We have the 3-on-3 class called She Got Game. I was inspired by He Got Game, the movie, but now it's for the ladies. I've always been a fan of the WNBA. My mom played ball growing up. The women around me growing up, they played ball and they were very good at it. Bria Hartley is like a young woman I watched since day one. Tina Charles, there's a couple of people removed from me, but Tina's game is always perfect. And so now we have a chance to inspire the next generation of women. And God rest his soul, my muse, a mentor from studying the mom mentality was Kobe Bryant. And when we lost Kobe, we lost a big part of who we are in the basketball culture. His daughter Gianna was way ahead of her time. I mean, she had a fadeaway in 7th grade. So for the Bryant family, humbly keep pushing the culture, and we're gonna keep finding the next young lady this opportunity. So She Got Game is gonna affect young women with camps, right? Women between 21 and 40, the ones still play ball afterwards. We're not excluding women after 40, could be a Tom Brady of it, but also collegiate women who can now make money off their brands, right? The NIL is huge. When me and you were in college, we were only student athletes, eating ramen noodles, holding on to our quarters, sharing detergent. Now the young people can now make money from their brand. You can rent a Foot Locker and do a collegiate signing. You could have camps and clinics for young ladies. So to help all the collegiate upperclassmen with career advancement, networking, job placement, they don't have to just worry about playing ball. More importantly, the WNBA women that are overseas in the fall, spring, and winter, they can hopefully focus on their brand. That's huge for us. So for that, what we want to do is let people know we're here. We're big on just providing information, cryptocurrency, real estate, artwork, NFTs, how to invest. It's all built around our platform, which is basketball. So we're renting out a lot of NBA arenas, like the WNBA arenas, and we have domestic and international opportunities. So Spann Incorporated is a bevy of opportunity, resources, and networking that's going to really build women's basketball and women's empowerment here for a long time.
That's amazing. Is there like a website or a way to reach out to you?
My website is www.spanninc.com. That's SPANNINC.com. Our Instagram is Spann_Inc. INC. And we also have She Got Game on Instagram as well. She_got_game. We just did a 3-on-3 classic at the Barclays Center, December 29th. And women pay for cash prizes. First place got $5,000, second place got $2,500, third place got $1,000. We then let them celebrate like real champions. We got a suite at the Barclays when Danny Green's Philadelphia 76ers took on the Brooklyn Nets, and then we had an after party afterwards. And we really celebrated closing the year out. But 2022 is our year, so we're looking for corporate sponsorship, venture capitalist foundations, venture capitalist support, small business owner support, and really help tell stories. The art of storytelling inspires the next person.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, so that's our ability to, and that's why I love what you're doing for your kids, man. You're able to share the information. That is the most important thing, time and information. Money comes and goes, status comes and goes, but giving the youth your time and giving young adults information is what I'm all about. I do it for free. As a CEO, and I have a $1 salary a year, so for me it's not about the money. I've been very blessed to be able to build a lot of businesses, but now it's about building other businesses in the community.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you for your time. Appreciate you coming on.
Anytime.
You got your kids rocking and rolling up here.
Yeah, we gotta get in shape.
You gotta get in shape.
Kids been on the sideline about 20 months, so from March 20 to January 22, we rented the National Coliseum Arena. We did a 4-event shooting clinic with Danny Green's brand, the Green Legacy, Mr. Green having the vision early, and going from a middle school, high school to an arena. And then we have the ladies play at the Barclays Center. So with my expertise of NBA arenas and collegiate arenas, we want to make sure that we give kids access to dream. That's what today's about.
That's what today's about. Awesome. Okay, I'd like to end this one with a quote. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dreams. That's my man Willy Wonka. All right. Holla at y'all on the flip side.
Peace. Thank you for your time.